He's walked 1. He has struck out 4. He has stranded 5 on base. Hicks struck out looking in the second inning. Then it starts him off with a slow breaking ball that misses way outside for ball 1. Then it gets the sign, chomping on the gum. Here comes the 1-0, and that's a foul ball chopped off the foot of Hicks. And that'll even the count at 1-1. The series will continue the next 2 days. The 7:05 will be the first pitch tomorrow. Left-hander Jose De Paula starts for Fresno. Right-hander Drew Carpenter will start for Albuquerque. 7:05 the first pitch tomorrow night. The 1-1, breaking ball taken for a called strike. And then on Thursday, we will wrap up the series in Homestead with a 12:05 business person special. Mike Kickham, the lefty, against right-hander Red Patterson. 1-2 on the way is high for a ball. Evens the count at 2-2. After this series, Albuquerque will head to the road. 4 games in Reno, 4 games in Sacramento, and then back here at the lab on August 7th. The 2-2 is chopped foul. That'll be a very important 5-game series against Las Vegas when we return to the lab August 7th through the 11th. This race could get interesting in the Pacific Southern Division of the PCL. Here's the 2-2 again. Slow breaking ball just missed inside. In each of the last 2 nights, Albuquerque has won and picked up a game on first place, Las Vegas. When we went off the air last night, Las Vegas had a 3-run lead, but Tacoma rallied and won. The Topes are 10 games back still, a long way to go. 3-2, hammered, but way foul down the left field line. That had home run distance from Hicks, but he was way out in front. Normally, if you're 10 games back and you're 7 games under 500 and it's game 104 out of 143, the playoffs are a pipe dream, but not necessarily the case this year. And one of the main reasons is because there's still a lot of head-to-head between the 2 teams. 3-2, a ground ball to short. Trienfeld backhands it, drops it, stumbles, and that's going to be an error on the shortstop Trienfeld. Didn't look like Trienfeld ever had his footing down. The ball was hit sharply, but it's not a super difficult play. Tried the backhand. It looked like the ball was closer to him than he thought, and then as he tried to pick it up, he ended up kicking it around a little. That's the second error of the night for Albuquerque. Well, it's been weird to see Trienfeld so erratic defensively. This is a guy whose calling card throughout his professional career has been how solid he's been with the glove. But he's made some throwing errors. He's booted some balls. He's been late covering bags at certain times. Now Chris Dominguez pops the first pitch up foul territory down the right field line, and that one is going to reach the second row. Excellent effort by Walter Barr. He came out of nowhere, went sliding toward the railing to protect himself as he tried to make that play. So the count is 0-1 to Dominguez. The other reason why the race between Las Vegas and Albuquerque not done is because all of the new players that the Isotopes have added, the Thunder that's in the lineup, and the 0-1 is low for a ball. There's still 9 more head-to-head games between Las Vegas and Albuquerque. Again, the Topes are 10 back, El Paso 9 back, Salt Lake 15 back. And still 39 games left. The 1-1, a swing and a miss, it's 1-2. Albuquerque would have to play at least 700 baseball, if not 800 baseball, in order to catch Las Vegas, and the 51s would have to collapse. But strange things always happen in baseball, and especially the way that rosters constantly fluctuate at the AAA level, you never know. The other thing that's interesting, too, is the final 4 games of the year, Las Vegas at Albuquerque. The 1-2 off the glove of Erickson. It was low and outside, and advancing down to second is Hicks. So for the 3rd straight inning, Fresno has a runner at second base. That's going to go as a wild pitch. And once again, a lot of high, stressful pitches that Bennett has to throw. With runners on base, needs to be very careful. Looking for a strikeout of Dominguez. Mentioned it in his first at-bat. He's 4th in the PCL with 112 strikeouts. See if Bennett tries to get him to chase something here. The 2-2, and that's hit in the air to left center field, headed for the gap. That one's hit a long way, and that one is going to be off the wall around third base. Hicks will score. Dominguez stops at second. He's got an RBI double, and Fresno scores first. 1-0 here in the 4th inning. Dominguez didn't miss a home run by much. That was about 10 to 15 feet to the right of the 371 sign. It hit the power forward sign. For Dominguez, his 55th RBI in his 94th game. So he's at second base, still nobody out. 1-0 Fresno. And now the left fielder, Darren Ford, will be stepping into the batter's box. Corner infielders at the edge of the grass. Middle infielders are back. The pitcher on deck. And Ford takes the first pitch low for a ball, 1-0. The wind has started to pick up a little bit more, and those dark, ominous, angry clouds are getting closer to us. Bennett a look at second base. Here comes the 1-0, and that's up and in for a ball. Counts now 2-0. Now remember that Albuquerque, because the game was lost to the schedule due to rain in Omaha, the Terps are playing a 143-game regular season, whereas Las Vegas will play 144. The 2-0 is a little high, ball 3. And whoever has the best winning percentage is the division winner. So even if a team only has a half-game lead, well, that doesn't matter. If the season is over and it's a half-game lead, then you're the division winner. So when we go into those final 4 games of the season, maybe it's a 3.5-game lead, maybe it's a 2.5-game lead, 3-0 taken for a called strike. Nothing else, it'll just be fun if we can make those last 4 games matter. And not out of the question. But first right now, Bennett trying to minimize the damage in this 4th inning. A run has scored, an unearned run, due to the air by the shortstop Trienfeld. Now the 3-1 pitch is popped up down the right field line. That one will get into the stands. Baxter gave it a look, but it's good 8-9 rows back. So from 3-0 to 3-2. Pretty good crowd here on this Tuesday night. Very impressive crowd last night. 8,122 on a Monday night. It was fun seeing the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League reunion, talking with Bill Spaceman Lee. 3-2 hit on the ground into left field for a base hit. Dominguez will be held at third base. He had to pause to make sure that Jamie Romack didn't make that play. Romack was diving for it. And so Dominguez stops at third. Ford is safe at first base. There's runners at the corners. Nobody out in this 4th inning. And now once again, same situation for Jason Birkin. He batted in the 2nd inning, runners at the corners and 1 out. There was one pitch where it looked like he might have been trying a push bunt base hit single. up the first base line. He ended up striking out. He's a very good hitting pitcher. Middle infielders are playing for two. The corner infielders will come home. He shows bunt, thrown out to second base is in time. Out at second base is Ford. So Griff Erickson comes up firing and guns down his second runner of this game. So that's a huge out for Erickson, Bennett, and the Isotopes. Now the infield will come completely in with the runner at third and one out. Griff Erickson threw a strike down there. It looked like Trienfeld might have been just a tad bit late. But Erickson just trusted that Trienfeld would get there. He did. He applied the tag, the 1-0 taken for a called strike. And it's not often that Darren Ford gets thrown out. He has really good speed, so that's an impressive caught stealing for Erickson. Outfielders have come in quite a bit. Bennett really could use a strikeout here, or maybe a slow ground ball with the infield in. Here's the 1-1. A wave and a miss. Good breaking ball there. And now it's 1-2. So Bennett got some help from his catcher, now trying to strike out Birkin for the second out. He pauses at the letters, delivers. The 1-2 is a slow grounder to third in between Hop. Romax got it, looks back the runner, throws to first in time. So there's the second out of the inning. It keeps Dominguez at third base. Now the infield will go back with two outs. Back to the top of the order in Gary Brown. 1-0 Fresno leads here in the top of the fourth inning. Some dark clouds looming. It's a good night for people who like to take pictures of the clouds. Perhaps it won't be a good night to play baseball. We'll see what the weather holds for us. Now Gary Brown takes the first pitch inside for a ball. Looked like Brown was taking all the way in his last at-bat, first and third, two outs. He swung at the first pitch and fouled out. Looked like he was upset at himself, and that time it looked like he was taking all the way. Brown does not use batting gloves, chokes up on the bat a little bit. 0 for 2 tonight. Now Bennett will step off. I don't think Bennett was 100% sure that was the pitch to throw right then and there. So he's going to go through the signs again. He'll work from the stretch with a runner at third and two down. Brown, of course, a threat to bunt. That's why Romax at the edge of the infield grass. The 1-0 hit in the air to left field, going back and now in, and Figgins falls down as he makes the catch. Sean Figgins is able to hold on to it, and the Grizzlies will have to settle for just one run in the fourth inning.